Welcome to another episode of Birdgang Nation Sports Talk. Today I got a special guest on the show, Mr. Birdman 951. How you doing today, my dog?
What's up? What's up, man? You guys can hear me?
Yeah, hold on one second.
All right. What's up, man? You guys can hear me?
Yeah, hold on one second. Had the TV up.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. So how you doing, man? How's your day today?
Good. Just chilling out here in the high desert. It's hot. Just finished eating some dinner, so it's all good over here on the West Coast.
That's what's up. I miss that West Coast, man. I've been in Bama for 5 years, man. I miss down there.
Oh yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, you know how it is. It's the summertime, and Eagles football can't get here any sooner, man. Can't wait.
Oh yeah, I can't wait either, man. It's gonna be a great season. It is hurt season. You know what I'm saying? I just jumped
Right.
off the air with JC Eagle Talk. We had a live earlier too, man. We've been talking some birds all day, so I'm ready to keep it going with you, big dog. So let everybody know where they can find you at there, buddy.
Breaking up a little bit. Am I cool? Cause I'm getting a little delay right here.
Oh, I hear you. You seem good on my end.
Give me a second. Let me move to another location. Maybe the signal. Give me. I'll be right back.
No problem. All right, guys. Sorry about that. We have some technical difficulties. Sorry about the early stage with JC Eagle Talk. You know, we are trying to get this whole YouTube thing down. So we had a little bit of problem with the sound earlier, but you can catch the beginning of that on my stream. If not, you can go to JC Eagle Talk, and we got the full hour and a half. I think we did like an hour 40 minutes on there. Some really good Eagle Talk. It was going down. You know, we had some fun. You know, now got to keep that grinding. Got to keep grinding for them subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So we waiting for Birdman 951 to get back with us. How everybody doing in the chat? Big up to Jarrell Peterson, my big homie. How you doing today? Hope everything was good with you. We got, oh yeah, Brenda Cox. You know I'll be out here grinding. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get my subscribers up. Much love to you for watching the show. If you haven't, please like, subscribe to Birdman 951. Great Eagles content you creator.
Hey, how's it going? Is it better now?
Yeah, you back,
Okay,
baby.
cool, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, man.
All right. Well, anyways, so tell everybody what made you become an Eagles fan down in Cali.
It started in high school, so like the late '90s. But I always been like a. I started getting into football in the '90s. Um, I was playing like soccer and stuff, but I used to collect football cards. And a good friend of mine in high school, he was an Eagles fan, all the way in the West Coast. He also had subscribed to like a newsletter from the Philadelphia Eagles back in the day. They used to have those. No one reads a newspaper nowadays, but he used to always be talking about the Eagles. He's like, "Hey, man, the Eagles did this and the Eagles did that," and I'd be like, "Hey, man, I'm just trying to learn in school, man. Let me get my learning on." But he would just always come with the facts and stuff, and randomly we'd be hit with some Randall Cunningham on the TV, right? And when you watch football back in the '90s, there was just their average quarterback doing the normal quarterbacking. But when I saw Randall, man, I was just like, dude, that stuff's fly, bro. That stuff was like, I was like geeked on what he was doing. So it just started from then, and then here we are today. and we have another dual threat quarterback. So I love it, man. Being an Eagles fan and us always constantly having like a dual threat quarterback, I love it, man. I've just been with it ever since Randall. So I ain't no stranger from what Hurts can do. So it's just more fun being an Eagles fan. And the hate is real. They are giving Jalen the business. They do think that this guy is just a pretender, but we got something for them, man.
Yeah, I think so too, man. Jalen's about to ball out this year, man. I was
Oh
like
yeah.
telling JC, man, when the last time you seen, Eagles quarterback putting out so much work in the offseason, with all his receivers by himself. It don't matter. He out there grinding hard.
Right, right.
So what do you
I
think?
see go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, so what do you think he's gonna do this year? If you can give me the perfect Jalen Hurts season, give me some stats there, buddy.
Um you're going to see, and I hope Nick Sirianni puts this in his game plan. So you're gonna see like the norm quarterback, stuff going on, but you're gonna see this added with like a little seasoning. When you're making like if you're doing a barbecue and people just this guy is just doing his normal barbecue thing, but you have your own seasoning, so you
Right?
add your own little flavor. So it's a kind of the same thing that Jalen Hurts is gonna bring. This just ain't gonna be no normal quarterback thing. He's gonna add his seasoning, his flavor, and a lot of people are doubting it, but I see it. It all started, when we go back to that Saints game. We got a little taste of what's gonna come up.
Oh yeah, man. Like I was telling people, man, for some guy that didn't have nothing but preseason last year, with them 4 games, he still broke NFL records. You know what I'm saying? That's saying enough right there for me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, if I were just for all the hate that I see right now, you would have thought he came in those 4 games and stunk it up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe had a couple of splash plays here or there. Kind of like Rager's season or something like that. But he came in and broke records fast and broke records often. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see him being even a better Lamar Jackson because Lamar Jackson never really had 300 yards and 100 yards rushing at the same time. Jalen did that in the Arizona game. He had over 300 yards passing, and he rushed for 100. He don't need to do it like big long rush plays. Jalen's that smart quarterback that's going to get you 5 to 10 on 3rd and 7. They bring that heat on him. He can go run, 7 yards slide or run 7 yards, get out of bounds real fast. You know what I'm saying? But those yards throughout a period of a game to keep the drives going is what's going to make his rushing stats go up for me, I think.
Yeah, like Lamar Jackson, all he has to do is just fine tune in the playoffs, and I believe he can find himself in the Super Bowl. You just got to fine tune that playoffs. I mean, he was MVP and everything, so he's right there. He's right there. The coach on the Ravens just got to fine tune his niche in the playoffs because yeah, the film is out there, so he has to like kind of like what we did with Nick Foles. We kind of had to fine tune him for the playoffs. So they got to find that fine tuning, for Lamar to be successful in the playoffs. And this is like Jalen Hurts is if he wants this team, he's gonna get this team.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to have like sort of like a Carson Wentz rookie year where Carson Wentz went 7-9. You know, it's your rookie season, but the thing is, what we saw with Carson was the glimpses.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Eagle fans need to do. Is just we gotta. This is an eye check. This is the eye test. We gotta catch those glimpses. If we don't see those glimpses this year, then yeah, Jeffrey and Howie, we might be looking at a quarterback for the future. But for me, man, as a fan, I just feel that it ain't gonna be necessary. I feel that he's gonna do enough, and we're gonna get those 3 first round picks and just add it to the team. So next year we can look at, getting 10 wins, maybe even more,
Okay.
and being in the playoffs.
Okay,
That's
that's
what I
what's
see.
That's what's up. I like that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You got Jarrell Peterson, Brenda Cox, JC Eagle Talk. Great show we just did earlier today. If you haven't subscribed to JC Eagle Talk, go ahead and give him a subscription. Great YouTube content creator. We did big things earlier today, and I can't wait to do some more work with you, buddy. We got my boy Roy. Shout out. Thanks for coming to the show. You know what I'm saying? Love the support. He says, who do you need to bring in any good college standouts? Well, if like he said, if Jalen does his part this year, we have 3 first rounders and we don't have to use them for the quarterback. So I'm looking at guys like Stingley, Elam, those are two standout players that I think we should. Barron, Barn, they have a great college year this year. The season hasn't started yet, but those are two standouts I think we should pick up next year. What about you?
Right, right.
Same too.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's tuning in.
Who do you think? Who do you think we should pick up with those first round draft picks next year? Do you got any eyes on any players next year?
Well, the thing that worries me about this draft is that they're kind of saying it's not like quarterback friendly. So what I'm hoping it's cornerback friendly and maybe safety friendly. So depending on what happens this year, that's what I'm hoping we can maybe possibly get the cornerback of the future for the Philadelphia Eagles. And then we could just shore up maybe a linebacker and then possibly maybe another running back out there, something like that, to add to Miles Sanders. I'm really, as much as we say it's Hurts season, it's Sanders season as well,
Yeah.
because that's going to be it. That's a big factor on the success of with Jalen Hurts. Because if you let my boy run, big things are going to happen for the Birds. Big things.
Are you like me? Do you believe Sanders is a top 10 back? Because I definitely believe that.
Oh yeah, that's without a doubt. It's just last season we got to kind of turn the page. I was really disappointed with our. I don't know if it was Deuce was kind of held back with what he was going to be able to do with the running backs. There was some injuries, but I feel like we kind of just been like putting the running game away and just throwing it all on the quarterback. And I'm not with that, because if you remember when we had our Super Bowl run, we had our horses in the stable, and we even solidified the horses bringing Jay Ajayi.
Oh yeah.
We can't go away from you can't go away from what works. Look at New Orleans. They got like double horses in the stable, and you see Kamara, and I forgot the other dude's name right now, but you see what they do, man. It's like that dual. So it's like
Murray.
you got a dual threat. Okay, you got a dual threat in the running back. Your quarterback's a dual threat, which is what's the not Drew Brees, but the backup quarterback that also does the running. I can't think of his name right now either.
I think it was Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. Thank you, man. So Taysom Hill, you got Kamara and what was the other guy? Murray.
Murray.
You're right. So that's a three-headed monster, man. That's a lot of threats out there.
Oh yeah.
So and if we could get Sanders to be what he can be, Hurts is a dual threat, and then you get one more dude that can run. We're doing a lot on Gainwell and stuff like that. If he is the answer, or if it's going to be Howard, or who else? I don't know. I guess you could throw in Scott.
Yeah.
If
Carry
we
on.
can get one more head.
Carry on Johnson. I think he's
Carry on. Yeah, give me 1 second.
Okay. Shout out to Big Philly Notion, also a great YouTube content creator. If you haven't subbed him up, Philly Notion's the man. He got great content out there. Thanks for coming on the show today, giving us your time, Big Philly Notion.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So like I said, man, the sky's the limit for if these running backs. I don't even. Do you know who the running backs coach is now for the Philadelphia Eagles? I don't even know who that is.
what is that guy's name? Dang, I can't think.
I, I actually need to do some homework on him. And did he come from Indy though? Is he from Indy?
I don't think he came from Indy. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody
Well,
in the chat that got that? Let us know the answer. If you know who is what's the name of the running back coach again in Philadelphia this year?
yeah. So
I know he's
forgive
assistant
me
head
about
coach
that,
too.
but if we could do this, like I believe Sirianni is going to solidify that area. I think he knows, seeing Taylor on the Indy. I think I had him on my fantasy, and man, boy, he was bailing me out. So I
Mhm.
believe Sirianni knows what we need to do to also make this work and be a success with Jalen Hurts. So we have to stick to part of what was working in Indy. If he can mix that into what we have now, this is going to look like a thing of beauty.
Yeah, like I was saying, like even like you said earlier with Doug. Doug after the Super Bowl, he just got too big headed. You know what I'm saying? Like he thought that he needed to pass the ball 50 times a game with Carson Wentz, and that's not a recipe for success for any team. You can't pass the ball that much and expect to win games. You got to be able to run that rock all the time, be able to pound that rock in there and get them yards rushing the ball. Like you said, when Nick Foles came in, Doug switched it up. He went to more running to try to help out Nick. But as soon as Carson Wentz gets back, he's back to throwing the ball 50 times a game, and we just can't do that. That's why I think Doug coached himself out of Philadelphia. That's for sure.
That's cool. You know, um, so like I said, man, I can't wait. We're gonna be checking out preseason. We're gonna see who can, rise to the occasion and make this team. And I know it was a 52-man roster, but I heard that they bumped that up. Is that true? Because of like we're
Because of
having a
COVID.
longer season. I haven't verified that
I know they said they were going to do it
because
because,
of
like
COVID.
last year, because of COVID, you're allowed to have more players on the roster. But
Yeah, because I heard it was because it was going to be a 17 game instead
yeah,
of a 16 game. But
yeah,
I got to verify that. I'm not sure. I don't know if
that's
they could
right.
add
His
like
name was
two or four more players to that.
Jamel Singleton. That's the running back coach. He's from Kentucky. JC told us. Good job, JC.
I was hearing a little bit from Lord Brunson. I have to check out his video. Shout out to Lord, but he was kind of hinting the idea that Richard Sherman, would be a fit over Steven Nelson. What do you say about that?
Yes, yes. I was telling people before, I'm not really as hype on Steven Nelson because I think he's more of a slot corner type from his height. We need some big body, tall cornerback out there. You know, Sherman on like a 1 or 2 year deal, I think would be ideal. Having Sherman and big play Slay, and maybe draft a cornerback next year. Maybe double dip in the first round and draft two cornerbacks next year and let them, be mentored by Big Play Slay and Sherman for a year or two. And then when they leave, you'll have two young, good cornerbacks to guide the way for the next 5 years. Kind of like when we have Bobby Taylor and Troy Vincent, Lito Shepard, Sheldon Brown, Al Harris, Sante Samuel, something like that. Because when our defense was dominated, we had two good cornerbacks. You hear me?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I
Did
didn't
you?
hear that last part.
Oh, I
Oh, I
said
didn't hear that last part.
I was saying like when our defense was dominating, we always did have those two good cornerbacks, like uh Sheldon Brown, Lito Shepard, Al Harris,
Oh yeah.
Asante Samuels, Bobby Taylor, Troy Vincent, players like that, the nice little tandem. So picking up Sherman on like a 2 year deal so he can mentor the cornerbacks we draft next year and maybe some of the young ones we have on the roster this year would be a great job for the Eagles this year.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is that I don't think Sherman really likes Philly because I remember the last time I remember he was in like when we lost to them, he was just kind of like waving at us and some smack talking. So, but I don't know, man. Maybe he'll hopefully he has a change of heart and wants to play for Philly. That's my only concern. That you have to if you're going to be in Philadelphia, you got to get ready for it all. You can't just be like somewhat in it because the fans will eat you alive if you're kind of like have any doubt or whatever. You already see how it is with Ben Simmons and Danny Green coming out saying that the fans are a little bit too brutal. So you know how it is. Being an Eagles fan, especially in Philly, there ain't no room for error. Especially when you're making big money, you should be
Hmm.
doing big things. So if Sherman does come out here, he's kind of got to get ready for that.
Definitely, definitely. We don't need no more Carson Wentz's or Zach Ertz's, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be a baby. Y'all get paid way too much money to be a baby about anything. Carson, you
That's right.
Carson freaking couldn't get it together because we drafted Hurts. Like, what's up with that? You just got paid 30 plus million a year right before we drafted him. That should be enough insurance from the team right there to have you feeling good about your position. You gave me 30 million a year. I don't care who you could put Aaron Rodgers behind me and I'll feel good. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you got my back that you wouldn't give me all that money if you didn't believe in me.
Yeah, and then you got to look at the Aaron Rodgers. They drafted a quarterback, and he had one hell of a season. And I don't know why. I mean, Carson was having his glimpses where he was looking like the old Carson. Like when you go back to the Washington game when we opened up, look at those 2 quarters, and you go to the third and fourth quarter. It was night and day. It was like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and you can't have a season like that. You either one or the other. If even, I mean, it's not. He wasn't even fighting for a contract or anything. He should have just done his normal quarterback thing that he was doing, but to completely fall apart like the way he did, I have no answer. Does it mean that he goes to Colts and a lot of people think that he's going to be MVP and he's the answer for them, the Colts, to get a Vince Lombardi? I don't see it. Does it mean that I'm hating on the guy? It's just I'm just going off of the eye test of what I saw last year. He really has to outperform. Some Colts fans think they're going to get 2017 Carson Wentz, but in reality, Philadelphia Eagles never even got that 2017 Carson Wentz ever since then. He's always been, he'll have his moments, but then he'll just have his bad games, and we question why he changed, his quarterback play from 17 and on, especially with his footwork, his reads, his audibles. He just wasn't himself, man. And I mean, it's, people get mad that we get upset about what Carson did, but I mean, how else are we supposed to feel, man? This guy was supposed to be the quarterback for 10 years, you
Yeah.
know, and I don't know how we don't get mad at or get upset. It's just it is what it is at this point. But I really have a hard time thinking just putting him on a pedestal because of something he did in 2017 that he hasn't really replicated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of like when they're like, oh, but Doug got fired and we went to the playoffs 2 years in a row after. But I always tell everybody, our record got worse each year. You know what I'm saying? Like, we barely made it to the playoffs both years. Ever since the Super Bowl, Carson was trying to win the Super Bowl on every pass. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like he was just over trying, overcompensating on everything. That caused
Yeah,
him to get hurt again and caused him to get hurt again. That's why I don't understand when people get mad that we drafted Hurt. It's like, what if we didn't draft Hurts, and Carson got hurt? Who we would have had then to throw the ball? We would have been stuck with no quarterback or some old guy off the bench. Yeah, Josh McCown came in that playoff game and had a couple of nice throws and did a great job for one game, but that was one game compared to like a whole season. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, and that's why when you in hindsight, we all got mad about the pick, but then when you take a step back and think about what was going on in the war room, it was a smart decision because look at what the Colts have to do just to get Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
We have a conditional term, which is
Mm-hmm.
75% of the snaps, right? And you also got to remember, guys, is that if he was so great, then how come nobody was fighting for the man? It
Mm-hmm.
it, it seemed like a good minute before anybody was hollering to let me get some Carson Wentz over here. And there, if a team was just one quarterback away, you would sell the farm for that quarterback. Now, I didn't see anybody selling no farm to Philadelphia to get Carson Wentz. It seems like, like we got the conditional. We still eating the money. Carson's still
Mm-hmm.
getting paid. Philly's gonna suffer the wrath of that. So thank God we have Hurts right now. Yeah, he's getting all the pressure and all that stuff, but that's not his fault. You got to remember, you asked this man to pick up the scrap heat when we were all in doubt. We were watching some terrible football. You asked this man to pick up this team that's called the Philadelphia Eagles that was doing absolutely nothing and actually start winning the games. And I was very proud of him when he played Arizona. We
Oh
should have
yeah,
won that game.
we should have.
And the last game of the season, I don't know what we're doing here because we didn't even have starters playing in the game. And then, Jalen he only played 2 quarters and all that stuff. So I don't know what we're doing here trying to crucify him for that last game. That people already counted as a full game, but how do you count a full game if it's only 2 quarters
Yep.
and you're not even playing starters? So technically it's 3 games in my eyes. I mean, we could argue about it, but the very bad game that he did have was against Dallas. I will admit that, but he was doing good things. Like you saw when he threw a deep pass to Deshaun Jackson, and the second fumble, I don't believe that was a fumble. His knee was down, but we got robbed. And you got to remember, Dallas had a pretty healthy team. They pretty much had all their starters in.
Yep.
Our I don't even remember. Not trying to hate on the defense that was out there, but I don't even know if Slay was playing. I don't remember. Even against Arizona, I don't think Slay was even playing. He was hurt at that time. So we have guys that were bagging groceries out there, and I don't know how we could get so upset on guys that weren't even starting and put all the blame on Jalen Hurts. But it seems like that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah. Shout out to Philly Girl 76. Thanks for coming to the live. Much love to you. Thanks for the support. But yeah, like you said, man, he was playing with the B team. You know, he played with the B
Right,
team and he broke records with the B team. So it's like, what do you think we're
right.
going to see this year with Jalen Hurts with our starters, with our starting offensive line when they're all put together? Or we win 80% of our games. You know what I'm saying? We got some really big, you know, big things coming up this year. People just don't even understand. We got explosive young receivers. We got dynamic running backs. We got the best defensive line in football. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know how people are such haters against
Yeah,
him.
yeah, and the analysts out there in the NFL community, they're really tearing into Jalen, and I feel it's unjust because we that small sample size shouldn't justify. I mean, you got guys like Cam Newton, Teddy Bridgewater. Um, I can't. There's some guys I can't even think of right now that I don't even think they're probably going to be number one starters, and we're not really talking about them as much. But we put Jalen Hurts on the pedestal and demand all this stuff when real in reality this is like his rookie season. So I'm just gonna sit back and watch, man. But I know this guy is gonna prove a lot of people wrong on the way they're judging him.
Oh yeah. And JC Eagle Talk says, "What is your record prediction for this year?" Then mine, I tell everybody, I believe the Birds are going 12-5. Mark it down now. I already got my bet with Vegas already. that we're winning the division.
Wow.
So Birds going 12-5 this year. Birdgang facts. What do you think?
Shoot. Can you imagine that? Jeez.
I imagined it,
Um,
baby.
yeah, you did. So where I'm coming from, like I already did like my prediction thing. So I have like I believe the magic number is 8, and then you could do the Vegas thing and give like the 2 over. So if I give 2 over, then they're at 10, and I'm fine with that. So 8 to 10 is kind of where I'm at with sitting with them. And I was talking to shout out to E Rock. He was just kind of saying that even if the Eagles hypothetically just won 6, depending on what Jalen did, numbers and all that, if he looks like what we think he could look like, then it's a win. Like we don't have to get too mad. Even if it was, so we'll put it at 6-7. If this guy looks like the winner that we think he's going to be, that's going to just benefit that we're going to hit huge like the lottery. So here comes the 3 round picks. We're going to hit there, and the team is going to be even better next year. So, I kind of took that into consideration. So it's not so much, yeah, because Jalen could throw 5,000 yards and all that. But if we only won 2 games, it's really not going to matter. What he does on the field, even if it just means that he wins 6 games, that'll be a win there, depending on how this man looks. Because remember, we want Jalen to be here for 10 years, so that'll be an even better win than just having 12 wins. Is finding out that you have the quarterback of the future.
See, I give him a little bit of extra high because I think you got to look at things like no one knows the offense, right? And
Right.
Nick said that he's going to change depending on week to week. So did JG. They're going to change the scheme up every week, week to week, depending on the opponents, right? So if
Mm-hmm.
you do that, this is not going to be the old Eagles, you know, system, what we think they're going to come out looking like. If Doug was still there, then maybe you could have a better prediction. But with Doug being out, the unknown factor, kind of like when Chip Kelly came in and busted out all the wins. He came in, 10 games, won 10 games right off the jump because no one knew about it. You can't just wait. Oh, in first 4 weeks of the season, I'm gonna know what the Eagles are gonna do, so now I can game plan it. It's gonna take you all year long to try to figure out exactly what we're gonna be doing on offense and
Right.
defense. JG said on defense, he's gonna let the guys do their own thing. Disguise their own coverages, do what you want. So it's gonna be hard to just look at film and be like, oh, I think they were doing this, I think they were doing that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get yourself in a lot of hurt. With our fast speeded offense, we got 4 Blazers on receivers, what I'm saying, that are faster than lightning, and no secondary out there got 4 good, fast cornerbacks. What I'm saying? That's going to be able to stop them. Like you said with the run game, we got Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders. If On's healthy this year, that's going to be a hard threesome to stop. And then you got Gainwell sprinkled in there, who was, some people think was one of the best backs in the draft. So all that talent, I didn't even
Right.
mention Goddard. Goddard's still out there. His prove it year to
Right.
show everybody that we are not making a mistake by not trying to keep Zach this year. You know.
Sounds good to me. Hey, I'm gonna have to end this, man. But we're gonna have to reconnect, man. And I want you to come on my show, and I'll be in a little better situation because I'm on my phone right now. I'm usually on my computer, but thank you for having me on. We're gonna do this. This is not gonna be the last time.
No problem.
I do like West Coast Wednesdays. I don't know if you're open on those days, but this is definitely not the last time we're gonna be speaking in Eagles football. But thank you for having me on today, man. And everybody, any fans that are here for me, make sure you sub with this man. Let's get him to where are you at right now on your subs?
Right now, I think I'm at 78,
Okay,
78 or something like that. But I took a little
okay,
break. But like I'm gonna be grinding. We're gonna get them numbers up though. We're gonna get them numbers up. So
right,
yeah, like he
right.
said, sub this guy up. Birdman951, awesome Eagle YouTube creator, content creator, and yeah, man, we definitely gonna do some more work. So you go ahead and take care of your family and do what you gotta do. And we'll see you next time, buddy.
All right, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Peace.
No problem. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and stay on a little bit while I still got some people on here. If you guys have any questions you guys want me to answer, go ahead and put them down in the comment section. I'll try to get to most of them as much as possible. We got Philly Girl. I'm thinking we either just make it or just miss the wild card. Exactly. We definitely gonna make it. That's for sure. The NFC East is not gonna be too hard for us to get through. You know, all of them they have their own issues. Danny Dimes ain't doing nothing for the Giants, no matter how many receivers they get him. We got the Washington no namers. Those guys, man, they got Fitz Magic. He's only good for about 6 games a year. So other than that, maybe Henny come in. Who knows? And the Cowgirls, I don't think Dak is going to be as great as he was. I think it's going to take him some time to get it started. Maybe by middle of the season, by the end of the season, then maybe we'll see some more of Dak Prescott doing some old Dak stuff. But you got to look at Zeke Elliott. It hasn't been the same in the last couple of years either. Amari's getting older. CeeDee Lamb's looking good. Gallup's getting older, but he was looking all right last year. So, we'll see. The division's wide open like it always is. I don't think we're gonna be the worst division in football again this year. So hey, says exactly that's why it says 40 years ago. Yeah, exactly. We definitely go, JC. We're definitely going to be successful for years to come. Jalen come out here and do what we know Jalen Hurts can do and ball out with Devontae Smith, Rager, Fulgham, Quez, and Miles Sanders do become one of the top 10 backs like we all know he is. Man, the Eagles are looking good this year, and next year we'll have a draft pick. 3 draft picks in the first round, and hey, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Go ahead and shore up that CB spot or any other defensive spots we need to get, and let's go from there. JC Eagle Talk. Who's your top 10 most important Eagles? All right. Top 10 most important Eagles. We're going to go. We got number 1, Jalen Hurts. Number 2, Miles Sanders. Number 3, Goddard. Number 4, Lane Johnson. Number 5, Brooks. 6, Big Play Slay. 7, Harris, safety. 8, I'm going to go with Kelsey. 9, Fletcher. 10, I'm going to go off the charts, go with Sweat. Those will be my 10. Those will be my 10. Right. Exactly. I'm ready to see Elliott. Sirianni said big things about Elliott, saying he's bringing the competition in. He's out there being very competitive. You need to make some kicks. That's all I'm saying. Like you can't just make the long ones. You gotta make the short ones too. So I'm looking for big things, Elliott. We kept him for a reason. I think he's gonna have a comeback season this year, a breakout season this year. But that's a good one. All right. If you hit that, please hit that like, subscribe, hit that post notification bell. We got a lot of great YouTube content creators coming up this week. Got 2 tomorrow. So keep up. Watch us. Watch me do my thing with some of the best out there. What up? Jay in the Bay. What's good? Will Jalen lead the Eagles to the playoffs this year? Oh yeah, I told you 12-5. Mark it down. Like I said, I already did my bet in Vegas. I know Jalen's gonna lead this team this year. Like I said, I haven't seen another quarterback work so hard in the offseason with all his weapons that he do have. So I'm looking for Jalen to do big things this year. With his feet in his arm. But like I said, it's not gonna be more leg. I don't think Jalen is a rushing quarterback. I think he's a very balanced quarterback, but he's definitely pass first. But thank you for joining. Hit that like, subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some people get that money, that first year or two, they got to get used to living with that money, and that's what happened with Elliott. He got paid and then he missed some field goals. But like I said, I think he's going to have a bounce back year this year. And I think Elliott's definitely going to make them kicks this year. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was my best guess, off the top of my head. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. 12-5. Like, I look at it like you name another team, besides KC and maybe Tampa Bay that you for sure think can beat the Eagles. I don't see any other teams, and I think we can beat Tampa Bay or KC. Big Red had a number for a while now, but I think we got them this year. So, other than that, the sky's the limit. I don't want to be like, oh, we're going 17-0 like the Dolphins, but hey, it's possible. Nothing's not possible. Also, I'm more scared of Ravens and Browns running backs. All right, come on, guys. We got 4 in the chat. Let's get let's get it going. Give me some good questions to answer for you while I'm still on here, guys. Open book. Whatever you guys want to know, this is the time. Go ahead. While you're thinking about the questions, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe. It don't cost nothing to like and subscribe, baby. Trying to work my way to 100. I might think about going into my card collection. I got some really good limited edition Eagle cards. Let me know if you guys are interested in cards. I know it's kind of kiddie, but that's one of my collections. I got some really good high value cards out there. So if you like football cards, like Jalen Hurts auto rookies, Devontae Smith auto rookies, all that stuff. So, I'm gonna have to do a giveaway here to help get some more people on here. Thank you, Philly girl. Thanks for stopping by. Um, come join us anytime you like, baby. Thank you. After this year, hmm, after this year, probably, if they go ahead and have a good year, I would go ahead and probably could do both, because we got some good depth at line on both sides. So, if this Williams in the third round is as good as everybody advertised and say he is, and he shows us some stuff this year, I can see us moving on from Fletcher and getting some good return for him. Or Lane Johnson, like, yeah, we got Jack Driscoll ready to play. And then Mailata or Dillard, whichever one of them don't start, I'm pretty sure they'll still be hungry to start again. So we can slide Mailata over to the right tackle and then keep Dillard at the left. But while I got you guys on here too, also, man, these lists, don't worry about it, man. The Eagles are going to be fine this year. This is just media hype to try to get a reaction out of us Eagles fans because they know we're very passionate fans. So, I think we're going to be fine this year. What is a successful season for Hurts in order to keep him as quarterback? Wins. He can have all the stats in the world, but wins is going to be the key to him having a successful year. Like I said, we definitely got to be over 500. I think we got to definitely be over 500, and he just got to win. And if anybody that's watched Jalen Hurts in college or even last year, like Birdman 951 said, hey, I wouldn't count the Washington game as a loss for Jalen Hurts. He only played a half. And so you're looking at 1-3. We should have beat the Cardinals but our defense can hold up at the end, playing that sticks defense and with the B team. So I look at them like pretty much 1-1 last year. So you know, do what he do. Jalen's the grinder. He wins. He don't know how to lose really. So if he balls out and the defense sucks, then what? Keep him and use those first three draft picks next year on some new talent on defense, baby. Like I said, I really want the Eagles to double dip at cornerback next year. If our team plays good this year, maybe if we still have some question marks on the secondary this year, I want us to go ahead and double down on the cornerback. There's some really good cornerbacks if they play good this year, obviously, but there's some really good cornerbacks coming out in the draft next year. I think definitely pick up Stingley, Elam. There's just a couple of them, but there's some really good ones out there, and maybe even a linebacker too in the first round. I think if you got two cornerbacks on the linebacker to help solidify that defense, we definitely be moving in the right direction. I'm just worried about Holly pulling the trigger and going for a big splash like Wilson or Watson. See, that's what I'm saying. That would only happen if Jalen Hurts don't do what we already know he's going to do this year. That's the only way I think I see Howie going out there pulling the draft. Pulling the trigger on one of them type of moves. But like I said, I have no doubt in Jalen. I think after this year, everybody else is going to be on the same boat. We're going to know we have our quarterback of the future, and we're going to be moving fine. We're going to be doing just fine at the quarterback position. Plus, we got Nick Mullins. I think by midseason he should beat out Flacco for that number 2 spot. So he'll be a good backup behind, unless he wants to go start somewhere else. But yeah, there's some good quarterbacks too next year. I don't think Jalen would be like Carson if we went ahead and say in the second round drafted another quarterback. I think he'll take it like a man and do his thing and keep grinding. Thank you guys, all you guys in the chat. Hit that like, subscribe, and post notification bell. How do I feel about the linebacker position? Man, I'm excited. That's what I'm going to say about the linebacker position. The defense we played last year compared to what I think we're going to be playing this year, we have a lot more athleticism on this defense of a linebacker core. So I think that was a great pickup, signing Eric Wilson from Minnesota. I also think Singleton had a great year last year. And then I want to see Sean Bradley or Taylor. Which one of you guys want to step up and be a star for Philly? But there's a lot of good talent, young linebackers in the core that I think is definitely going to help our team this year. We shouldn't have some of the same problems we had last year. Headed off with Wilson. How many receivers you think we'll keep and who? I think 6, and have a couple on the practice squad. 6 receivers should do it. Maybe 6. And if I had to go 6, I'm gonna say Devontae, Rager, Quez, Fulgham, Hightower. I don't want JJ. So Ward would be Devontae, Quez, Fulgham, Hightower, Rager, and Ward. That'd be my 6. That's what I think we'd be rocking with this year. But it might not even be 6. I think we could even keep 5. It just all depends, there might be some practice squad players, but we'll see. Any more questions out there? Once again, thank you for taking the time out to watch my live stream. We have Birdman 951 on earlier. He had to go. So I'm just doing a Q&A with my Birdgang Nation for the first time. This is actually my first time being on here by myself, so it's kind of fun. So yeah, like I said, if you guys have any questions, anything, go ahead and hit it up. But yeah, Birdgang Nation's growing. We are up to 78, almost 80 subscribers. We're trying to hit that first 100. Like I said, I might be thinking about a giveaway. You know, maybe give out one of my good cards out of my collection, even though I don't like doing that. But anything to get the subscribers up, get back to my people. Oh, we got some more questions. Brenda, thank you. Top 5 Eagle players of all time. We start out with Randall Cunningham, Brian Dawkins, Reggie White, Donovan McNabb, and Brian Westbrook. That'll be my top 5 right there, man. Hey, cousin, welcome to the show. Thank you for stopping by. Please hit that like, subscribe, and post notification bell. This is my Sports Talks channel. We had a guest on earlier that had to go around the 30-minute mark. So, yeah, I'll be doing it here live. We got a lot of live coming up, live streams coming up with a lot of good Eagles content creators. I got 2 tomorrow, 2 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday. I should be joining the roundtable on Wednesday also. And the next one will be tomorrow morning with Eagle Uncensored. We're doing our second stream together. And if you guys haven't seen the first one, go ahead and look at my little video library. You should check it out. It was a great show. And then we got Simone with the sports. She's going to be on tomorrow afternoon. Will you draft Jalen if you can do it all over again last year? Who would you draft? Last year, yeah. Like I said, it's more of a business decision more than like a personal preference. It was a great move, I thought, by the Eagles, just for the fact that, paying a backup quarterback these days, you look at Nick Foles, we couldn't even afford Nick no more. We were already giving him too much money. We just gave Carson Wentz over $30 million. You can't just keep spending so much money at one position. So Jalen was the Heisman runner-up, and he also was cheap. He's on this rookie deal. We got extra money after we get the baggage off Carson Wentz this year. We're gonna have a lot of money next year to play with. So, like I said, Carson shouldn't have been such a pussy. He should just fought for his job. This Philadelphia. We Eagle fans here. We hard. We hard. Can't be no pussies around here. Let's see what else I want to talk about. We can talk about Zach Ertz. It's time for Zach to go as well. No one wants, oh, there he is right there. Zach Goddard. Goddard all day. It's Goddard's time to shine. He can't play backup for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time for him to show that he is an elite tight end, that can do big things. And I think this year he's going to show at the world that he's going to be up in the top 5 tight end category this year. And like I said, no disrespect to Zach, for what he did do. He did made that great catch in the Super Bowl. Much love for that, but that's the past. And I think after the Super Bowl, Zach's been losing a step each year after. So, once you get hurt one big time, sometimes it continues to go on with your career. But I will wish Zach the best. Hopefully he can get back to Carson Land up in there in Indianapolis with the Colts. But if not, Buffalo, I heard is interested in him. Tennessee Titans would be a great place to go play with Julio and Big Derrick Henry. So yeah. If Landon Dixon is ready to be the center next year, would you let Kelsey walk if he still wants to play? No, if Kelsey still plays good this year and he's playing at an elite level like he always does, we wouldn't have to let him walk. We'd go ahead and let Sam Malu walk, or make him be the backup. Because Landon's a beast. Whenever Landon's ready to play, they need to get him on the field. I don't want to rush him on the field. I don't think he needs to play the first, 6 games of the year. But when Landon's ready, man, I watched him roll tide all down here. And that boy's a beast. Very athletic, very strong, big physical. And, imagine having 6'8", Mailata next to Landon. Then you got Brooks and Johnson on the other side. Man, you look at the old school early '90 Cowboys line. That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, as soon as Landon's ready to play, man, put them pads on and get in there, big boy. Get in there. That's a good question, though, JC. If you didn't see our live today, go on JC Eagle Talk YouTube page. Check it out. We had a good live earlier today where we hit some good bird talking. We had some good bird talking going on there. So and if you haven't liked or subscribed to his channel, this guy, he's real good. He got some great content out there. So go ahead and jump on there and give my boy some love. Steven Nelson. What other news is out there? Steven Nelson. I don't want Steven Nelson. He's big headed. I think he's more of a slot corner. I think we need to get a big body or just let Zach play. Like I said, John Gannon said he is a defensive back guru who loves coaching defensive backs. We didn't have no coaching last year. We had Schwartz running the Schwartz defense, and that was it. So, I think if you teach him, that's why I like the Eagles coaches did this year. They didn't play a lot of 7-on-7 and all that type of stuff. They did fundamental drills the whole time. So far this offseason, they can do more of the other stuff, 7-on-7 and stuff once we get to training camp. They want to make sure everybody's fundamentals are down. And we're not going to be leaving the cornerbacks on the island like before. We're going to be having help. They're going to have safety help this year. We're going to be having a lot of new blitzes. The Eagles didn't blitz last year. So we're going to have a lot more blitzing going on this year. Like I said, our defensive line is better. So that should take a lot less pressure with big play Slay on one side. That should take some pressure off that second cornerback spot. We can just roll coverage his side. At this point, would you trade or sign a cornerback to with the amount of money we have? Like I said, hopefully we get some more money. Like I'm looking for us to, once Zach is gone, that's $8 million right there. So it won't be looking so bad. And we still do got to sign Landon. So, let's see. If we got the money, we can sign someone. I really want us to go out and make a trade with Miami. Give Miami back their first round draft pick. They can have Ertz or Barnett, and let us have Howard. Then we don't have to worry about drafting the corner next year. We can go into next year filling out spots like safety, linebacker would be our two biggest needs I would see going into next year. Other than that, I don't really see that many holes like everybody else. So. How confident am I that the Eagles will get rid of Zach Ertz? I'm pretty confident. You know, I think if I had to give a number, I'll say 90% chance Zach being here. Like everybody's like, he said he's gonna come to training camp, but who wouldn't when you're getting fined 50,000 a day? So I don't think no one has money to just floss off like that. Not even Zach Ertz and the millions he do got. So if we haven't traded him or released him by training camp, I can see him coming to camp, giving a half-ass effort and then getting traded. Because I don't see him starting, man. I just don't want the baggage keeping Zach. I think that'd be baggage. I don't think Goddard would have any problem with it. But I definitely think Zach would have a big problem with that. I don't see Zach Ertz playing backup tight end on the Eagles. I don't think he would like that very much. So, like I said before, if you don't want to be on the Eagles, deuces. Deuces. Get out of here. We don't want anybody here that don't want to be here. Whether it's Zach Ertz, anybody. If Fletch didn't want to be here, bye Fletch. There's no one bigger than the Eagles. So, that's how we roll around here. You got some good questions, JC. We should have just kept our live going a little longer. You know what I'm saying? We are at an hour, 2 minutes. We probably go ahead and go for another like 10, 15 more minutes. So anybody out there that has any questions, you want to ask Birdgang 31 about our birds this year, go ahead and holler at me. I'm ready. Cause I love doing this, man. I'm be out here grinding for the birds all year long. It's gonna get even deeper and better once training camp gets here. We got all these camp battles going on. You know, we got who's gonna be the backup tight end. Even though Rogers is at right now, I think Jack Stoll has a chance to make an impression early, um, especially by preseason. You got your running back position. You got Miles Sanders going to light it up this year. Who's going to be backing up Miles? My favorite is Kerryon Johnson. And then they're going to sprinkle in the rookie Gainwell. And then who's going to be behind them three? It's going to be a battle between Jordan Howard and Boston Scott. That's my opinion personally. So, but those top three right there, that's going to be a nice three-headed monster. It's going to be like when we had Deuce here. We had what? It was Deuce, Staley, Corey Buckhalter, and Brian Westbrook. Nice three-headed monster. That's what I see happening with those three guys there. The left tackle, Dillard Mailata. Dillard started out a little soft, but it seems like he done got his stuff together. Mailata deserves to start. Everybody's seen what he did. He's a freak of nature, and he can move any man in the NFL. So right now, I think Mailata got the heads up. And then if Dillard beats him out, it'd be a plus for us because then we have two starting caliber tackles out there. Who would be a surprise cut? Let's see, a surprise cut? I'm going to go off the limb. I would say Flacco. Because they just paid the man. But we also just got Nick Mullins from the Niners. So I think if Mullins come and light it up in a training camp, after training camp, if the Eagles decide to only keep two, I can see Flacco being the odd man out. That's a good one. Some other opinions I think I have. Let's see. Like I said, I think we're gonna run the ball. That's gonna be another big surprise this year. That everybody's used to seeing the Eagles air it out 50 times a game, and I think this year is gonna be more of a balanced attack kind of like the Colts did with their three-headed monster at running back last year. And so did San Diego. Did that with the Charger with Herbert. That's what made Herbert have such a good rookie year. So I think we're gonna definitely be a balanced attack this year. Um, Defense too. I think we're gonna do a lot more blitzing than Schwartz did. I think um, we were like number one or top three in sacks last year. I see that happening again. But I actually think this year we're gonna get a lot more picks for Big Play Slay. He changed his number back to his old number, number 2. So he seemed pretty motivated about it. So let's see what Big Play Slay can do this year. I see him having at least 4 picks, 5 picks this year. And then Harris is a ball hawk safety. So I think he's gonna bring some turnovers for us too this year. So you comfortable going into the season this year with 2 quarterbacks? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hurt's not known to be hurt. He's a big guy in his own right. You know, I can't recall too many games in college if he ever was hurt in college. So, I'm sticking to that. Not every year a quarterback has to get hurt. I think we're just used to that here in Philly, getting a quarterback hurt, so we have to have a backup ready for it. But most of your good teams out there, their quarterback play all season, and I think this is Hurts season. He will be here all 16 games because we got that bye. Is Slay a top 10 DB? I thought he was even last year, probably. You know, he had some bad games against some really good receivers that every DB in the league had bad games against. So, can you fault him? No. Was it a little bit of some of the defense we played? Yeah. So, I think Big Play Slay can be top 10 again this year. I see Slay going to the Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the Eagles this year are going to be back like how we had back in the day when we had like 9 Pro Bowlers going every year. I think we're going to be somewhere around there. Everybody thinks it's going to be next year before stuff like that happens, but I think it's going to be this year. We're going to come out and shock the world. You know, why wait? Everybody's like, yeah, next year, next year. Yeah, who really wants to wait all season to next draft and next off season to worry about the Birds being good again? This is a win now league, you know, and I think we got the pieces to win now. We got a lot of unprovens, yes, but the only way to change that is when they go prove it. We got to play the game first. So, I can see why some people are like, well, what if? Because, the season's not here yet. But if you watch these boys, they're out there training hard, you know, working on their craft every day, posting videos about it, showing the world that they are serious. And I guarantee they don't like the disrespect that's going on with the Eagles, man. Like, we are getting disrespected left and right. Not even a top 40 Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts, there's only 32 quarterbacks. So you're saying backups are better than Jalen Hurts. Are you serious? Backups better than our starting quarterback that broke rookie records last year with the B team? Come on now. The disrespect is real. Stop it already. Miles Sanders, 27th running back. The only reason why you can even think about saying that is because he didn't get the ball enough. And they're like, well, he has some drops, he has some fumbles. Well, if you don't get the ball, you're cold going into the game. So yeah, there might be a miscue drop here or a fumble there. But you see what happens when he gets the ball, 80-yard touchdown runs. I think he's only back, in the league right now with 3 80-yard touchdown runs. Get out of here. So 27, a little bit too low there, buddy. I mean, too high there, buddy. If anything, top 15 going into the season. But I guarantee by the end of this season, Miles Sanders is going to be top 5 back. The only person I know that is even better than him, like 100% hands down, is Derrick Henry, because he's like here. The other running backs are like here in the NFL. Derrick Henry's a beast, a monster. I would trade anybody on our team to get him on our team, but I know that's not happening. Who is the biggest threat on the Eagles in the division? As much as I hate the Cowgirls, probably the Cowgirls. You know, that's probably why I hate them so much. 'Cause I know they're the biggest threat. You know, in our division, I call them the paper champs. Because there have been plenty of years I started the season looking at the Cowgirls like, oh man, they got that roster. But when it comes, Cowboy Eagle week, we beat them. So they don't intimidate me no more. They don't have that dominant line like they had before. You know, the defense sucks. The defensive coordinator sucks. So, but they got the talent. Let's say that they have the talent to be the biggest threat in our division. Washington, I think their defensive line's scary. They got some good boys on there. But other than that, I'm not really too scared with Washington. And I think our offensive line could take any defensive line in the NFL or the division. So I'm not worried about their defensive line. And if that's your mainstay, the only thing that you really can use to beat us, then, And the Giants, come on now, they still got Danny Dimes. And I don't need to talk about them anymore because I don't think they're going to be that great, even with the additions they added. So, yeah. Shout out to Richie MC, baby. Thanks for joining the channel. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, share it, tell everybody about it. Birdgang Nation is going to be growing. Get me to that 100 subscribers. That's my first landmark I need to hit of many until we get to 1,000, and even more than that, I'm be out here grinding with some of the best content creators out there, so, put that post notification bell so you get more of my content. But much love to you for being here. No way, I think. What the fuck, the biggest threat? Because of. Yeah, that defense, man. The Cowgirls defense is not that scary. They got a lot of big names that's been hurt, and they haven't really done nothing. Nothing too scary for me. So that's just my opinion. Like I said, I see us sweeping the Giants this year and the Redskins this year and splitting with the Cowboys, even though I hate to say that. It's possible we split with the Cowgirls. But we might sweep them too. They, like I said, they all got question marks, so we might sweep them too. Let's see what happens, though. The season's not here yet. See what goes on in the preseason. Let's see who wins these battles that we were talking about earlier, and let's see how it all pans out. But like I said, 12-5. So whoever those 5 losses come from, we'll see what happens. One might be the Cowgirls. That's the only props you get from me with the Cowgirls. They do got good weapons on offense, but you got to look at Amari's old. He's getting old. He's not the same he was when he was in his prime. I think he's kind of on a decline. CD Lamb's good, but like I said, it's gonna be up to Dak to see if he can get them the ball. Who knows? Dak can get re-injured again. Remember when Carson came back too early? He overcompensated and got injured again. So, that can happen to Dak. And you see what happened when the Cowboys don't have Dak. That offense looks very suspect. So who's gonna get those weapons the ball? And I told you, Elliott's been going downhill. He's not the same superstar running back he's been before. So, we'll see though. We'll see. But I do think the Cowboys would be the biggest threat out of all of them. Washington a close second. But like I said, I think we're going to sweep Washington and the Giants. I don't see them beating us this year. I just don't. I see us losing to elite teams, and that's pretty much it. Like, I looked at it as like, if you wanted, my 5 losses would be like, if you wanted to say Tampa Bay beats us, that'd be 1. Big Red's had our number over the last couple of years since he's left. So KC beating us, that'd be 2. But we can still beat them as well. So I'm on the fence on that, but I'm just saying that'll be 2 losses. And then I got 3 other losses coming from just random teams. Maybe, a last second field goal or, we're going to be in every single game this year for sure, though. Every game. I don't see us getting blown out by nobody, but I do see us blowing out a lot of people this year. So, we got to see how that works out. Oh, yeah. Like I was talking with AK and some other people. Man, our division always is like that. One year we're the worst division in football. The next year we're the best division. Well, maybe not year, but there's times when we're the worst division in football, but then there's also times we've been the best division of football. And we're the only division in football that we all can say we got that ring. You know, Cowboys got the most of them, but we still got the ring. And plus, if you count our championships before it was Super Bowls, we got 4 of them. So, we know how to win championships in the NFC East. The Giants beat the Patriots twice. The Redskins won championships. You know, so it could be a bounce back year for the NFC East this year. That's all I can say about that one. Because I don't see, like I said, I don't see us being the worst division this year again. I really highly doubt that. I think this year is going to be a new year. Dak's coming back. Hopefully, he can do something with the Cowgirls. Um, that defense in Washington. That defense alone is gonna probably get them 6 wins. So anything after that is gonna be a plus. That defense alone is gonna get them 6 wins. With the Giants, if Saquon's healthy, if Saquon's healthy, take some pressure off Danny Dimes. I can see him squeaking out. They want 6, 7 wins this year. So, like, they can get all that 6, 7, maybe even 8 wins. But I see the Eagles being a double-digit win team this year. So, I hate it when good content creators get less appreciated than some Yahoo, Ratton, and Raven. Right? Exactly. We just gotta get a lot more of our content out to more people. We need to get more likes out there. I need to get some more subscribers. I got some good videos coming up. I'm gonna be doing a lot of live streams. Anything to help get out there. Like AK said, we about to flood YouTube and make it green. You know what I'm saying? Because we got some of the best content creators out there. You know, and we're gonna keep doing our thing. No one's gonna stop us. And as the season gets closer, I can see more and more great content coming out. We love our Eagles, and we definitely gonna represent as much as possible. But that's good one, Big Richie. All right. Thank you, JC Eagle Talk. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed to JC Eagle Talk, go subscribe to him. Great YouTube content creator. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe. I'm gonna be pumping out some good stuff. You know, Thanks again. If you didn't watch me and JC Eagle Talk on his channel earlier today, we had a live stream. Some great content there. Like I said, tomorrow around noonish, I think, depending on what area, noon Eastern time. Me and AK Eagle 88, uncensored. Eagle Uncensored is going to be doing a live stream at noon tomorrow. Also, I'm gonna be on the live tomorrow afternoon with Simone from the sports. So, like I said, we got some people coming up this next week too. Gate City. We're gonna be doing some work with Gate City this week. I'm trying to get in with Philly 500, Philly Mike, and then I got another special guest from the UK who's a great Eagle content creator too. So, be on the lookout. That's why I say hit that post notification bell. Hit that subscribe button. Get me up to 100 by the end of the weekend or by the end of next week. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna make me go dig through my good car collection and find some good prices to get you guys to do it. But thank you guys for being here with me today. I had a great time. Hour and 20 in. And till tomorrow or next time, fly Eagles fly. Birdgang out. Peace.